Good evening, everybody. How you guys doing? My name is Reverend Ordo, and this is the Anonymous Republic Network. Um, wow, where can I start? There are many types of programs in this world, and even in this country. There are many programs that do help, and there's some that do harm. Now, I've learned about many programs over past I would say over the past 2.5 years, 2.5 years, and I'll be thinking about, okay, what can I learn about one of the programs. Well, one of the things we can learn is that programs like MK Ultra, right? MK Ultra, that could do some serious damage psychologically. It has taken many lives. It has created Manchurian candidates to if you've ever seen the movie Manchurian Candidate. The program creates assassins through brainwashing. Okay, through brainwashing. So also there are some programs that do harm, that do teach others how to monitor neighbors, neighbors and family members, all that bullshit, and um, one of the programs was created was to target the civilian population by other members of the population. And now the name Duncan, Robert Duncan, created this program for the CIA. Now, I haven't really talked about this program in a really long time. Really long time. Now, there are different ways. Okay. Here we go. There are different ways to um, target people, right? Now, if you were a whistleblower, right? If you challenge the status quo, for one thing, challenge the status quo, okay, then you become a target. You become the hunted in many different ways, in many different ways, And there are people who are victims of this program that are speaking out against the program. Okay. Now, again, I haven't talked about this program in a long time. It's been a while. Okay, been a while. Okay, been a while. So some of you may not like me very much for talking about it, but again, go fuck yourself. I've met a few people here and there over the last, I would say, year and a half before I finally just said, you know what, walking away. Because coming to a realization is when you realize, not everybody. Now, what I'm going to say will be straight up extremely controversial because sometimes the term the term from the script comes into play. Okay, comes into play. Now, um, I met a couple individuals, and I'm not going to mention their name because I'm not going to give them the fucking satisfaction. One of them, both of them are. One's a victim of the program, but the other one, I don't know. It's kind of iffy here because the way this person acts, like he's acting from a script. Okay, I call him Burger Boy. Burger Boy. Okay, Burger Boy. Now, um, now, this other individual. Again, there's many victims of this program. Now, I want to kind of drift away a little bit, just a little bit. Now, you could be a lawyer. You could be a lawyer. Anybody, 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 You could be a lawyer. You could be a chiropractor. You could be a veterinarian, whatever it is, whatever, um, or someone working in the medical field. No, it could be anybody. So, Myra May. Now, I haven't mentioned him in a long. I haven't said his name in a long time, in a very long time. Okay, a long time. Now, it is going to be controversial. Okay. Now, I will mention a few things, and I have to be careful about it. So please bear with me. Um, there are some YouTubers that, well, let's say, of several content creators that are victims of this of the program. Now, MK Ultra, MK Naomi, all this programs that target the mind and the heart and the lungs. Okay, the whole shebang. Now, um, there was a community. There was a community. They call them the TI community. Now I haven't said that in a year. I haven't said that in a long time. In a long time, and in a very long time, and this program that I'm talking about can really drain drain people, mentally drain people, mentally, emotionally, and physically drain people. Okay. Um, it's really easy, not easy at all. Talk about it because, look, sometimes you have to think, really think. Okay, really think. About what would happen to you. What if you become a victim of the program, right? Now, there's this one character. I call him the Jim Jones wannabe. The Jim Jones wannabe. Um, it is what it is. It is what it is. Here's a guy. He came onto my live feed about I would say about what was it? It was before summertime, and I was outside, sitting outside and enjoying a nice, cool day. A nice day. And he tried this fake preacher man. I say it, the Jim Jones wannabe, and I'm trying to keep from laughing because the guy sounds like he's constipated. He sounds like he really needs to take a shit. And the guy sounds like he had a lot of fiber, but he needs to seriously take a shit. Right? I don't get it that you're trying to speak out. Talk about the things you've gone through and what happened to you, right? And this Jim Jones wannabe wants to talk to you. Wants to talk to you. Right? I'm sitting back and I'm thinking, okay, this guy has nothing better else to do. Okay. There are a lot of people, there are people out there that are victims, man, victims of government programs and don't know how to live a normal life. You um, when you think about that question, how can I live or even have normal life while going through this? That is a really good question. That is a good question. I mean, it is. Because it is. Can you live a normal life while being a victim of a program? You could try, but the thing is, you got people who are playing roulette with your life. Okay, playing the roulette wheel on your life, and it's not a good thing to hear, man. I mean, they are playing the game of roulette with your life. And my opinion about it is, it's not safe. It's not a good thing. It's scary. There's a guy on Facebook named Bryant too. He's been a victim for a long time, man. He's taken the biggest hit of his life every day. And I feel sorry for the guy because he's trying to survive, but he's being hit with everything they got. And so I mean, YouTube has made people look. social media has made people very arrogant and very hypocritical and egotistical. And YouTube's not. Uh, YouTube's the same thing. You know, some people on YouTube, they come out here, they want to create content, and want to do a content. It could be true crime, it could be science fiction, it could be documentary, comedy, whatever it is, even news, right? Even news. But it's also some people on YouTube that I'm mentioning that are victims of the program, of the program. A good portion are talking about the program and speaking out because they feel like it's time to speak out because they're tired. They're frustrated. They're like, hey, I gotta talk about this, man. I gotta really open up. But once someone opens up, all of a sudden, Jim Jones over here, oh, you're next. Because the thing is, again, social media and YouTube make people stupid, like Jim Jones over here. Okay, and don't forget Burger Boy. Burger Boy. Okay, someone who hasn't showered in 5 months. Skifu, 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 Kifu, who has nothing better else to do than try to um, dox people, right? Homeless Burger Boy who has nothing better else to do than to dox people. Okay, have no idea. Like, dude, do you have anything better else to do than try to dox people, man? You're making yourself look like an ass. You and Jim Jones over here. Okay, you're both making yourselves look like a bunch of asses here, man. You know what I'm saying? So now the thing is, look, there are good people right now in the program that really just want to be left alone, man. I mean, and the thing is, they want to be left alone. But there's three that enjoy it. They enjoy it because the way I see it, I think they love being in that position because they want to, how you say it, you can't blacklist anybody, really. I mean, like Jim Jones over here wants to blacklist somebody. How are you going to blacklist somebody? And what are you going to block them? What are you going to blacklist them from? Okay, how are you going to blacklist somebody, right? Oh, that's right. Jim Jones is jealous. Oh, golly. Jim Jones is jealous. Holy fuck. Holy crap. Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Jones is what you call a religious narcissist. A religious narcissist of somebody that can't take it that somebody has more subscribers than him. gives a two shit flying fuck? I don't give a fuck either. Okay, don't give a fuck either. So yes, I know. Jim Jones has been dead for nearly 50 years, so go fuck yourselves. I mean, the whole thing is the reason I'm calling him that because Jim Jones in real life was the same fucking way. Arrogant, egocentric, just self entitled. Okay? The Jim Jones wannabe talks like he is constipated. He talks like he needs to take a shit. Okay? Hey, Jim Jones, do you need a laxative, man? Because you look like you need a major shit, dude. I mean, look, again, there are good people in this world that are suffering from the program. It could be any government program designed to harm people mentally, emotionally, and even physically. And I think this program is all three. It's all three. You know. And I get I got asked one time. Um, I did a video talking about the program, and even though I'm not a a victim, but I'm an advocate of being free. Just advocate for human life. Advocate for the living. Okay, the living. So I get asked, "Are you?" I said, "No," but I know someone who is, but I won't say the name. Now, I got thanked twice by two different people for talking about it because, like, look, I'm not a victim, but I do see concerns on people's faces, and you can tell by the eyes. The eyes tell you things, man. Like you can tell there's fear, there's sadness, there's happiness, there's concerns. Like the eyes can tell you things, man. You know, and it's really insane. It's really um, many things that people are tired of, man. They're tired of this government crap. Some do wish that they could punch Robert Duncan in the nuts, which I'll pay to see that. But the whole thing is like, look, two of these victims, like one of them is in her 60s, and she acts like she enjoys being in the program. The way I mean, even though I'm just assuming, but I'm not assuming. Okay, I mean, look, if you're willing to call out people and put them down because, hey, if you're victims, hey, speak it out, man, speak out, man. But don't let other people who are also victims get to you, put you down because, oh, what am I doing? It's a program that is really get you guys here, get to you here, in here, okay? And it's not healthy. It is downright terrifying. Okay, terrifying. Um, I got done watching a documentary about Attica, the ghost of Attica. Um, yeah, I got done watching the documentary. Um, The Ghost of Attica. Um, I do think that there needs to be that you gotta think, right? Gotta really think here, man. Attica. The Ghost of Attica was 55 years ago. 55 years ago. Yeah, 55 years ago. And it was a prison riot that was about better conditions. You know, you have inmates that want to learn a trade, that want to learn a craft when they get out of prison. They want to use that craft to find a job, find work. And and there's a huge cover up, huge cover up, big cover up. And in this program, there is a huge cover up in so many ways, man. A big cover up. Robert Duncan wrote a book that he wrote, and it was called Operation Soul Catcher. And one of the books he wrote, in my opinion, I think he wrote the book just to brag. Just to brag, brag, about what he did. To me, that's bullshit. And it's bullshit nonetheless. Um, and a lot of bragging. And I don't talk about this very much. It's been almost a year, almost a full year, and I quit talking about it uh, close to a year ago this year because I felt like it's all bullshit. The way. I mean, try and get people together. Who are victims of this program together and to kind of create a support group, but somehow trying to do that would take a lot of work. I mean, a lot of work. But I know the two out of the three morons probably fuck it up that idea. You know what I'm saying? Burger Boy and Jim Jones, because Jim Jones is very arrogant, ego, power hungry, a fake, a wannabe king. He ain't no king. He's a pauper. He's Jim Jones with constipation. Oh, I gotta take a shit. And Burger Boy, homeless drug addict with no job, no future, no hope, no way of being a dad. By the way, Burger Boy, how's the drugs helping you, asshole? Burger Boy. Here's a guy who does not know when to stop. Burger Boy, something about Burger Boy makes me want to think, wonder, is he really a victim of this program, or is he playing an act from a script? Because Burger Boy, his act comes into question, man. His act comes into question. So, I mean, dude, again, Burger Boy has a lot of major fucking issues, man. Major issues, man. Major issues. Um, Myra May, he's a lawyer. Back in 2014, 14, and he came across something that made him a target. And he's a lawyer. He's a lawyer. Okay, and his family was targeting him. His sister was targeting him. Um, he ended up taking his own life. They call it suicide by cop is what they call it, And there's been many cases over the years, over the decades, of people who who had cops kill them, and they call it suicide by cop. And strange case, very strange case. And he was only 31 when he died. Like, man, 31, and and man. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's like, okay, well, what do I think it is? I'll tell you. This program does a lot of harm to people here, and even the body. And I was on a TikTok live back in 2024. It was around August of 2024, and I was there's this gal talking about uh, stalking. I was like, okay. I gotta listen to this. Hear this. And I said a few things. I mentioned direct energy weapons, direct energy weapons that target the mind, the heart, the lungs, the intent, basically the whole body, man, the whole body. And from what people were saying that got hit, they feel like they're being cooked on the inside, from the inside, and like, shit, fuck. And so it is terrifying, man. I mean, this I would not wish on my own worst enemy. This I would not wish on my own worst enemy because it is downright terrifying, man. Terrifying. You know, just hearing other people's story, fuck, it will never change, but it'll change your perception on reality, man. I think it's more when they target your mind, they're trying to cook your brain from the inside of your head, man. And and here, your chest. If you feel like it's just on fire, it's basically you're feeling like you're being cooked. It's pretty much you're feeling like you're being cooked on the inside here, you know. And I would definitely yeah um just really but the thing is, my issue is that I do not like arrogant and egotistical people. The reason is that there are a couple people. Well, say one of them, Jim Jones. He, I think he's just a fucking idiot, in my opinion. And Jim Jones know who he is, so fuck him. Um, a religious narcissist is what they call him. Yeah. And just very arrogant, very egocentric. Has no fucking idea what the hell he's doing. Um, Trying to blacklist a content creator. Blacklist. How are you going to blacklist somebody, and what are you going to blacklist them from? That's the question I got here. You can't really blacklist anybody because you don't run shit. Jim Jones, you religious, narcissistic son of a bitch. You ain't king, dude. You're just one man who's using your woman for a piece of ass and a roof. And Burger Boy, you have no life. You have no fucking hope at all whatsoever. How's the drugs helping you, by the way? Are they helping you see flying dragons and shit? Are they helping you from the squirrels in the tree from spying on you? It's much more than that, man. You have law enforcement involved. You have the neighborhood watch. You have the judicial, the court system in on it. You have the Freemasons and the Eastern Stars involved in this shit. Like, what the fuck, man? I mean, come on, dude. It's you got a lot of people who are victims who are trying to just live their life and be left alone, but no. They don't want you to be left alone. They want to harm you, but first you got to make a bet on the roulette wheel on how you're going to be put in the ground. No, it's not a good thing to talk about, but it needs to be done anyway. It's been nearly a year, so here I go. I just wish people would be safe, man. Speak out. Again, speak out, talk about it. Do not let anybody else tell you different, man. Live your life as you see fit. It's your life, not theirs, man. Just live it as you need to live it, in peace, in private, but also help other people understand of what the program does to people mentally, emotionally, and physically, man. And it maybe even spiritually too. But don't if you come into YouTube to tell your story, to tell your shit, don't let Jim Jones come to you and say, I may help you, but hey, Jim Jones, go take a shit. Oh, I got it. Go fuck yourself. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Reverend Ordo, and this has been the Anonymous Republic Network. If you're new to this channel, like, subscribe, comment below, hit the bell for notification. Always live healthy, happy, and wise. I love you guys. See you next time. Peace out. Godspeed. Buddha bless.